All right, welcome everyone to Abilene, Texas once again. Clyde, Texas this morning. It's Sunday morning baseball, shallow water baseball. Shallow water's going to be playing the West Texas Twisters today. Shallow water will be the visiting team today, trying to even up their weekend at 2-2. They lost their first two games and then came back yesterday and won their second or their third game. This will be the fourth game. It'll be just one game today. The way this tournament's set up is that there was four pools, and the winner of each pool is going to play a semifinal game this afternoon, and then the winner of that game goes on to the championship. The Mustangs were fortunate enough to win their pool. They were in the toughest pool of the whole tournament, we were told, and they're trying to win a second game here so they can go home 2-2. Yesterday we had a little bit of some foul ups on the broadcast. Sorry about that. The battery went dead on the tablet. We thought it was the external battery that wasn't working, but what it was is the tablet couldn't charge fast enough in order to stay ahead. And so anyway, we ran out of battery. But nonetheless, I think we got the end of the game in. The highlight of that game yesterday, the uneventful home run of Garrett Boschma. Garrett Boschma came up to bat in the bottom of the sixth inning with one runner on base and hits a high, towering fly ball to center field. A lot of us lost it into the sky and the sun, including the center fielder. None of us knew where it came down. Well, eventually it did come down, and it was over the fence. When they found it, it was about 410-foot home run, so a big, long home run by Garrett Boschma to put the team up 3-2, and then went on to score the game 4-2 and win the game 4-2. So good win for the Mustangs. It was a clean defensive game. A lot of the boys could be real proud of the way that they played defense. Really good plays. Maddox McDonald at shortstop. Manny Mitchell had some great plays at third. And of course, a diving catch by Garrett Boschma, catcher. We're going to be the visiting team for the first time in this tournament today. Once again, this is the fourth game of a weekend play, so teams get a little bit thin on pitching, so we'll hope to see some decent pitching today. The wind blew hard here all night long, as it did, I heard, in West Texas. So the wind is definitely gusty today, blowing from right to left on your screen. So anything to left field has got a chance to go out. Anything to right field is just going to push right back into center field. Going to be very important that the coaches point that out to first baseman, third baseman also. Anything up in the air, third base is going to go a little bit deep. Left field's going to go a little deeper. 9 o'clock in the morning game here, so good morning to everybody. Happy Sunday. Hope everybody had a good night. Had a barbecue last night for the boys, and they all had a lot of fun. They got together, watched the LSU Coastal Carolina World Series game. LSU won that game 1-0. Really good pitching performance by the LSU pitcher. 130 pitches on the night, complete game, shutout. Here we go. Max McDonald's going to step into that leadoff position for the Mustangs. West Texas Twisters touch it up at the mound. Umpires are in place. We're going to get this game going. Sorry about the wind. It is gusty. You're going to hear the wind in the microphone, and it's just blowing today. You can see the clouds maybe in the sky. They're really moving. All right, Maddox steps in, scratches the back part of the batter's box, slides his foot forward, and he's ready to go. Blue says, play ball. First pitch is going to be lined right down third base, and line drive. Third baseman picks that right off his shoes. So one pitch, and Maddox lines that down the third base line. Unfortunate there, but good play by that third baseman. Big third baseman over there. Picks that right off his shoes. So the next person up to bat will be Rylan, Jeff Cott here. Jeffy had a real good game yesterday. I believe he was on base 3 times, 2 hits. That pitch is outside for ball one. Get the speed here in just a minute. Real good job yesterday by Jeffy slapping the ball to the opposite field. Kind of like that little bit of an Ichiro, just slapping it going that way. He's going to turn and bunt. He's dropped it down the bunt. Pitcher picks it up, fires it to first, and just in time to get Jeff Cott for the out. Good bunt. Needed to be a little bit more down the first baseline. Went a little bit too much to the pitcher. That was a little bit more down the line. I think he's safe. Almost beat that out, but nonetheless, it is an out. That's 2 outs now, 2 quick outs. That's going to bring up Garrett Boschma. Garrett, like we talked about, his last at bat up, he hit that towering home run. First pitch, swinging strike one on the inside corner. We talked about it being the most uneventful home run we've ever seen in our lives. Nobody cheered. Nobody knew what to do. It just was in the air. We all lost it, and we didn't know what to do. Second pitch is right down the middle for strike two. Two quick strikes here to Garrett Boschma. Pitch is going to stay outside for ball one. I don't know if that's a cutter or the wind's bringing that back over. I imagine it's probably a two-seam fastball and just kind of has some movement on it. Next pitch is going to be outside, 72 miles an hour on that fastball. So once again, nothing that we haven't seen, nothing we can't handle. So 2-2 the count here. Next pitch going to be on the outside corner for strike three, swinging strike three. Good pitch there, right on the outside corner. Kind of breaks a little bit off the plate, so that's going to be strike three. 3 quick outs for West Texas Twisters, and we'll switch them up. All right, we go to the bottom of the first inning here after 3 quick outs in the top of the inning for the Mustangs. Take the field defensively. On the mound for the Mustangs today, Connor Loafman, the bread man. Connor, real good pitching performance the other day. Really challenged people with his fastball. Good curveball. Defensively for the Mustangs today, we got Bryce Cooper at first base, Gavin Guardo at second base, Maddox McDonald at short, and Garrett Boschman at third. In the outfield, Connor Shire is going to play left field. Appears to be Rylan Jepcott at center. Not quite sure who's in right. Try to get that here in just a minute. Behind the plate, Jared Behill. First pitch, tries to throw a curveball there. It stays in just a little bit for ball one. Next pitch, fastball down, fouled straight back. Good job by Connor there. Once again, had the opportunity to talk to him and said, "Don't be afraid to challenge kids with your fastball." He's got a live fastball. It comes out of his hand. It gets to the plate pretty quick. Good changeup there. 64 miles an hour on that changeup. Beautiful looking changeup. So he's throwing a curveball, he's throwing a fastball, he's throwing a changeup. Let's see what this next pitch is. Down 1-2. Here's the curveball. Pulled down the line. Foul. Wind is gusty. The players are going to tighten their hats today. Next pitch right on the outside corner. Fastball 76 miles an hour and he rings him up. The bread man kneading the dough. He's making bread today. He looks good on the mound early, and that's trouble for the West Texas Twisters. Connor's done a real good job of adjusting as the season goes. He's calmed down and slowed down that delivery on the mound. Misses a curveball there. That's hanging curveball, 59 miles an hour. One and oh's the count. Next pitch, the fastball, high and in for ball 2. Next pitch is going to be down. It's going to be lifted right over to center, and Jeffy rushes in and dives and makes that catch. Good play by Jeffy there. Not playing real deep right now. That ball looked like it could drop in for a single, but Jeff cut on his horse. He reads that ball off the bat and comes in and dives and makes the catch. So good play there by Jeff Cott. 2 outs now. Left-handed batter stands in for the Twisters. First pitch is just off the outside corner for ball 1. Looked like a changeup there. Next pitch, fastball right down the middle, 76 miles an hour. That's exactly what we're talking about, challenging people with your fastball. 76 miles an hour, but it comes out of his hand hot. He holds it there for as long as he can, and then it just pops out of his hand. Tries a curveball, just barely misses off the outside corner for ball 2. Fastball down and in, 79 miles an hour on that fastball. Garrett's got a chance on this. He runs over the fence and it's out of play. Good effort there by Garrett Boschma. Good job finding a fence, too. Last thing we want to see is Garrett Boschma running into a fence. So he's got him 2-2 here. Ooh, nice curveball. Just a dribbler down the baseline. He's going to toss over to the first base, and that's in time for the 3rd out. And the Twisters go down 1-2-3. So 6 quick outs in the first inning. We go to the top of the second, 0-0. Or we're going to start the top of the second inning. Gavin Gordo's going to lead off for the Mustangs here. After 6 quick outs in the first inning, first pitch is that cutter. Looks like a cutter. It breaks back over the plate. Wait, that time it started on the plate, breaks over the inside. Doesn't get the strike call there, so that's ball one. Like I said, I can't tell if that's a cutter or if it's the wind pushing it, but I believe it's a cutter. That one's gonna hit Gavin right in his back. He turns and kind of just arches his back a little bit. He runs down to first, and that'll give him a chance there to kind of rub it off. No rub by Gavin. That's what they say to do. Don't rub it. Just get over there and let the sting go away. Gavin applies his sliding glove. He's on first base with no outs. That's going to bring up Manny Mitchell. Good speed on the bases right here. First pitch is a strike right down the middle. Fouled off to the right side. That was a good fastball to hit right there for Manny. He's going to be upset that he missed that one. You maybe hear the wind really picking up now. It really blew all night long. We're in an RV camper, and you could feel the wind all night long. There goes the runner. He's got plenty of jump here. He's going to make him plenty of time. Good jump by Gavin there. Not a chance for the catcher to get him there at second base. I don't think the pitcher even looked over to first. So the count's 1-1 now. I believe 1-1. Umpire is going to shout what a player to go back inside the dugout. Counts 1-1. Gavin Grotto is at second. Nice lead at second base. Tries a curveball. Stays up high for ball two. Umpire telling the player that if he goes to his licks his fingers, that he has to wipe his hand out before he goes to the ball. So that is a rule. They started that rule quite a while back, I think more so towards COVID, that if a player goes to his mouth with his hand, he has to wipe it off before he touches the ball. 2-1 the count, and Manning's going to just kind of softly line this to center field. That's going to drop in for a single, and that's going to allow Gavin to advance to third. Gavin had to hold up there and make sure the center fielder did not catch that ball. Manning just kind of slightly just taps his bat out there. Little pop single into center field. So we got runners on first and third, no outs. Joaquin Cotto's going to come up to bat. Joaquin had a good hit yesterday, drove in a run late in that game to give us a 4-2 lead. Good lead, and Manning's gone. Manny Mitchell, you can almost guess, is going to leave on that first pitch. Such a good base runner on the base paths. He's very aggressive. Good job of reading the pitcher. He's got his dad over there at first base helping him out. That first pitch was called a strike on the outside corner, so the count's 0-1. Runners at second and third now for the Mustangs. No outs. Next pitch is outside for ball one, so 1-1 to count. Good job by the catcher there. Stabbing that pitch. Runner at third base. He's got to be a backstop there. Anything past him, and a run comes in to score. Looks like a long backstop here, so a lot of space. And we're going to tie a couple of shoes here. Gavin Gerardo asks Coach Jeffcott to tie his shoes, and during the break, Joaquin Cotto reaches down and ties his own shoes. Gavin's wearing a sliding mitt, kind of hard to tie his shoes. That pitch is low for ball two. That's that two-seam fastball or cutter that he has right there. It's outside, tried to work its way back over the plate, kind of reminiscent of a backdoor cutter, Mariano Rivera style. That pitch is right over the plate, and that's a changeup, and that gets Joaquin fooled. He's way out in front of that pitch, so it counts 2-2 now. Calling time here because the center fielder lost his hat. We talked about this with all the wind today. Those players out there are gonna have to tighten down their hats. Good job by the ump. Recognizes that the center fielder lost his hat. All right, here we go again. Counts 2-2. Next pitch is just off the outside corner for ball 3. That could have been called either way there. Don't like to see Joaquin holding up on that pitch. That's too close. So no outs. Runners at second and third for Joaquin. That pitch is just going to be right over the outside corner, and he said he went, and he's going to say that's strike 3. So Joaquin goes down, looking the backwards K. That was the same pitch as the pitch before. This time just a little bit closer on that outside corner, but he did say he went. Bryce Cooper's going to step in now with 1 out. Runners on second and third. Chance here to do some damage. First pitch, he's going to line it to the right center gap, and that's going to fall. That's going to allow the runners to move. 1 run's going to come in, and we're going to hold Manny Mitchell up. And they're going to go to third, back to third. Let's go. Good hit by Bryce there. Opposite field single. Drives in the first run of the game. Runners on the corners for Jared Vigil. So the Mustangs score first in this game. Good job of controlling the bat there by Bryce Cooper. Jared reaches down. He wears his cheat sheet on his waist. Looks down at what the call is going to be. Got a first and third situation here. Let's see what we got going. Bryce slide back. Oh man, he's going to call time because the base comes free. Slides back into the base and knocks the base free. Good pickoff move by the pitcher there. Nice quick throw over to first base. Gonna have to be careful here. Once again, can't say enough about these two coaches for Shallow Water. They yell back early, and those boys just gotta listen. Bryce is going. No contest here. He's not even gonna throw down. Good jump by Bryce Cooper there. Once again, catcher didn't even have a chance. That was a called strike there. So 1-1's the count. Or 0-1, excuse me. 0-1 the count. Runners on second and third now for Jared. And he's going to swing at that next strike. Look like a curveball, little swoop curveball, 12-6 curveball. Slow breaking curveball there. So Jared's down 0-2 here. Infield playing in. Less than 2 outs. They're going to try to come home. And Jared's going to hit this ball to left field. He's going to have to get back. Manny Mitchell's going to have to get back. Oh, we had a chance to tag there. And for some reason, Manning came halfway down the line. Not real sure. He lost track of how many outs there are. There's only 1 out. Had a chance to tag there and score a run. That's an error. Base running error on the Mustangs there. That ball was hit deep enough to left. Jared Vigil did his job there. He got that ball into the outfield. That's going to bring up Connor Shires. Connor's been the clutch man. He always comes through with a hit. First pitch is going to be down for ball 1. So runners at second and third here. 2 outs now. Scores 1-0. Connor Shires up to bat. Connor always seems to find a way to poke a hole here. See if we can get these 2 runs in. And that's going to be a good breaking ball on the outside corner. Dives straight down. Fools Connor there. Connor way ahead of that pitch, too. That curveball is slow. He really takes some speed off of that curveball. Next pitch is going to be down and low for ball 2. Only 61 miles an hour on that pitch. Catcher's going to call time and go talk to the pitcher. Probably got crossed up, and the coach is going to come out, too. He wants to find out what's going on here. Maybe they're going to talk a little bit about what we want to try to do here. I think he's trying to tell him to pick up your target just a little bit. He's not calling the low ball. So he's saying pick up that target just a little bit. Let's see if we can get a few more balls in the strike zone. All right, visit at the mound's done. Everybody goes back to their spots. First mound visit, charge to West Texas Twisters. This umpire is very formal about what he does, but I like it. It's professional. Outfield playing straight up, actually guarding the line down left field. That pitch is going to be low and away. Squirts off to the left, but not far enough that Manning can do anything there. Pitcher is doing a good job of covering also. Connor could do something here, get on base somehow. Ryland Brown will be the next batter. So we got Manny Mitchell at third and Bryce Cooper at second. 2 outs, trying to get him in. Next pitch is just off the outside corner for ball 4. That ball did not miss by much. And the catcher held it there for quite a while, giving that umpire every opportunity to call a strike. But he says, nope, it's ball 4. So the bases are loaded now for Ryland Brown. First pitch is a curveball, breaks low for ball 1. Once again, we talked about the umpire. He does not like the low ball, so we're going to pick that up just a little bit. Bases are full, so nowhere to put Ryland Brown. If he walks him here, a run will come in to score. Now it's going to squirt to the right, far enough away that Manning's going to come in to score easily. That also allows the other 2 runners to advance. Bryce goes to third, Connor Shires goes to second. Probably a little bit of frustration on part of this pitcher right now. He's not getting that low ball called. And he is throwing a lot of balls into the ground, so just got to pick it up here a little bit. 2-0 to count. And that's going to be a strike over the outside corner. That's a good pitch. But he really has a lot of movement on his fastball there. I don't believe that is a cutter. That is a 2-seam fastball. It just got some movement on it. Wind's helping it too. This one's going to be down and in and swinging strike 2. So 2-2 the count now. Riley can get on base. That'll bring up Maddox McDonald. Go to the top of the order. And that's going to be swinging strike 3. And the catcher drops the ball, but he throws it over there first anyway and gets the out. So we strand 2 in that inning, but we also score 2. The Mustangs go to the bottom of the second inning, up 2-0 now. Alright, warm-up pitches are done. We're going to start the bottom of the second inning. Connor Loafman still on the mound for the Mustangs. First batter for West Texas, number 44, big, tall, right-handed hitter. 6'1", 6'2" kid. First pitch, the strike right down the middle, lofted way deep to left. We talked about this. You get that ball up in the air and it's going to go. And that's a no-doubter. So first pitch right down the middle, and he lifts it way up into left field, and the wind just takes it from there. So that's going to be a home run. That's going to make the score 2-1. On a normal day, that maybe hits the fence, maybe it's a fly out, but on today, with the wind, the way the wind's blowing, that thing is no doubt home run. So 2-1 to score now, no outs on the bottom of the second. The pitch is right down the middle of the plate. Connor's going to have to keep it from being right down the middle. That's going to look like a good strike on the outside corner, but no call there, so ball one. Good fastball down, striking, swinging strike one, so 1-1's the count. And a hanging curveball is going to stay up and hit the batter right in his back, in his front shoulder. So not throwing real hard, nothing to worry about there. Actually, looks like it hit him in the back of his arm or close to his elbow. He kind of grabs that elbow area. Looks to be okay, but it's a runner at first. No outs. They're going to have a courtesy runner here. These umpires are very, very official. They are not going to let these kids run in front of the mound. Behind the mound, he says. So, pitch, courtesy runner at first. No outs. Big right-handed batter steps in. First pitch is challenged. Going to go right to Maddox, and boy, that ball jumps up, gets through. So that ball was sharply hit. One bounce off the turf and kind of jumps up into the armpit of Maddox. So if you ever played shortstop, that's kind of one of those that's in between, and you either like to get that a little bit up or a little bit back, but that was hit so hard he had to just react and got him right in his armpit. So 2 runners on now, no outs. Another right-handed batter here for West Texas. First pitch is a curveball for string and strike one. Good pitch by Connor there. Not a bad pitch selection there. He saw 2 guys really rip a fastball, so that time he goes with the curveball and gets him off balance here. Got a chance to come back with another one if he wants to. That's fastball up and in. This is up and in, so that'll even the count at 1-1. Runners at first and second, not big leads for West Texas, so nothing really challenging here. Bryce Cooper doesn't hold on at first. He plays in front of the runner at first base. That's going to be low and away. Good stop by Jared Vigil there. 2-1 now the count. This is where Connor Loafman's just got to relax. Be patient here. Don't rush his pitches here. Make sure that he says, I'm still in control here. Next pitch is a good fastball right down the middle. Challenges him there and blows it right by him. Good job by Connor there. So the count's 1-2 now. He's ahead in the count. Might be 2-2, sorry. Next pitch is with some kind of off speed on the inside part for ball 3-2 here, I believe. Yep, full count. He challenges him for the third strike. Good pitch there by Connor Loafman. Elevates that fastball just a little bit and blows it right past him for strike 3. So 1 out now. That's 1 out. Runners on first and second. Talked about this before, the all-important second out. Right-handed hitter here for West Texas. Stands in there, squatting kind of stance. Bat way above his head. He's going to hit that ball between second and third. Cash McCravey is in at left field. He comes in, scoops that ball up, and gets it back in quickly. So Runners only advance one base. Landon Freetag now playing right field. Cash McCready in left. Rylan Jeffcott still at center. Infield stays the same. And that's going to be another courtesy runner. That's their catcher. Courtesy runner comes in to run at first base. This time they get it right. Everybody runs behind the mound. We resume play here with another right-handed batter for West Texas. So bases are loaded, one out. That brings the corners in. Oh, bro, they're going to call it balk. I'm not sure exactly right there. I'm not sure exactly what he called there. He said it's a balk. I think they're going to talk about it here and figure out what happened there. So make sure he knows what happened so he doesn't do it again. Coach Jeffcott's going to call time here and let's talk to him on the mound and figure out what's going on. We'll take a quick break here while they visit. First pitch is up for ball one. Fastball up. So with the balk there, with the bases loaded, they've got to come in and score. So that makes the score 2-2 now. So runners at second and third now. One out. 1-0 count. Next pitch is down, and that's sky to left field. This one's going to stay in the park. It's really, really high, though. Cash backs up. He makes the catch, but that's going to allow a run to come in on a sacrifice fly. A little bit lucky there to keep that ball in the park with the way the wind's blowing there. That thing was really, really, really hot. So that's going to make the score 3-2 now. All the damage being done in this inning for West Texas. With 2 outs now. There's a runner at second. Another right-handed hitter here for the West Texas Twisters. First pitch is an off-speed pitch. In for strike, swinging strike one. Good pitch there by Connor. On the balk, they said he had a short stop. I believe that a stop is a stop when you're pitching. Whether it's short or long, doesn't matter. It's a stop. I don't believe that should have been called a balk. This is a good pitch. Right on the inside corner. He fouls it off to the left-hand side, so Connor's up here 0-2. Next pitch is fastball. Ooh, that was a great pitch. That right there, just above the waist area, fastball in the middle. Tight strike zone from this umpire. He has a box strip drawn, and it's a small one. And that's going to be a curveball over the outside, and the umpire's going to say he went, and that's going to be strike three. Good stop by Jared by catching that ball, and that is strike three. So 3 runs come in to score. I think that's 3. We have 2 runs, yeah. All right, we go to the top of the third inning. I had a mistake on the score there. It's actually 3-1 West Texas. On that hit, I thought Bryce came in, but Bryce did not come in. I thought he came around on the hit, but he didn't. They held him up. So he didn't come around to score, and he was held up. So my mistake there. The score is 3-1. Maddox McDonald going to lead us off here in the top of the third inning. Top of the order for the Mustangs. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. Next pitch is just off the outside corner for ball 2. Tight strike zone by the sound pit. It's clean. He's consistent. That's going to be down for ball 3. That one's in the dirt there. 3-0 the count here, so way ahead for Maddox. I imagine he has a green light, but only for a pitch right down the middle. Maddox would like to get on base here. That's going to be inside for ball 4. Maddox just drops the plate, batter right on the plate. Chunks his elbow guard over to Ryland Jeffcott. He goffs it over to Boschman. Boschman goffs it over to the double. Jeffcott goes over there and cleans up his mess at the plate, and now we're ready for the next at bat. But imagine with the way we've been stealing on this catcher today, that one pitch and Maddox will be standing on second base. Good lead for Maddox at first, and he's gone. Pitcher doesn't even take a look over there. He's in there with plenty of time. So that was the ball. Called the ball, so 1-0. So now we got a runner at second base for Jeffcott. Looking maybe pull this ball to the right side, advance that runner over third any way he can. Let's see, maybe a bunt in order here. That ball's going to stay outside for ball 2. Pitch a little bit wild here. Once again, tight strike zone, so it's got to put it in that small box for this umpire. Maybe important today for Mustang hitters to stay patient. Look for that pitch right down the middle. There's that two-seam fastball. It's got good, I would say 6 inches of break from right to left. Wind helping it there. That was a strike. So it counts 2-1. Wind really gusty now. That's going to be popped up to third. Maddox has got to get back. He was way over at third. Oh, and the third baseman drops the ball. What a gift there for the Mustangs. Wow. He had 2 outs there for sure. With no outs there, Maddox was running as soon as that ball was hit. And he gets almost to third base where the ball was popped up. The third baseman, I think, was distracted by Maddox right there. Couldn't believe that he was so close to him. He knew that he could catch the ball and then fire it back to second for the second out. And takes his eye off the ball, split second, and drops it. So what a gift for the Mustangs here. So now with runners at first and second, no outs, Garrett Boschman steps in. Once again, we talked about this. Anything lofted out there to left field and high with the wind blowing, it could be gone. Boschman struck out his first time at bat today. Takes the ball up for ball 1. Boschman really working on not dipping, staying level. Takes that bat, kind of takes a level swing. Working on keeping that backhand level. That pitch is going to be down for ball 2. The catcher goes to throw the ball to third, and he misses it on the ground. So runners advance to second and third with no throw. So now with runners at second and third and no outs, Garrett Boschman knows exactly what he's supposed to do here. Something in the outfield. That's going to be down and in and squared away from the catcher. And that's going to allow Maddox McDonald to come in and score. Fortunate there because that ball hits off the backstop here and comes right back to the catcher. We had a cement block fence on about 2 feet up on the backstop here. It hits the backstop and comes right back to the catcher. But Maddox was quick to see a pass ball, and he's in there. Ryland Jeffcott advances to third on the play, so now With the score 3-2, Boschman's in there. Same thing. Oh, that lifts that one left to left, but a foul ball. So no outs. Counts 2-1 to Garrett Boschma. Runner at third. That ball's going to be outside. It's going to get away from the catcher, and easy play for Jeffy to come in here and score. So that's going to tie the score at 3-3. That's a walk also for Boschma. So he'll go to first base. So with still no outs, a runner at first. Gavin Grotto's going to come up to hit, but first we're going to get a visit to the mound from the pitching coach, and he's going to actually take the pitcher out and bring in a new pitcher. So we'll take the time out here as they warm up a new pitcher. All right, the warm-up pitches are done, and Gavin Grotto's going to step in to bat here for the Mustangs. Once again, a back correction. I was told by a parent that the score was, but we only scored one run in that second inning, but we did score two. Gavin Grotto scored the first run. Manny Mitchell scored the second run. So I was told that we only scored one run, and I thought we scored two, and I was actually right. So we scored two, and then 2 runs in this inning. So the score is 4-3 Mustangs. On the first pitch, Garrett Boschma goes. Boy, for a big kid, he can really go. My goodness. Big jump, too. Not even a look over at first. And there was a throw down there, but not even close. Good running by Boschma to get in scoring position there. So he's at second now. I'm sure. Dancing around out there. He's got his attention, and there's a pickup move, and they got him this time. They got him leaning. They got him in a pickle. Pull over to third base. Third base now throws it back to the second baseman. Second baseman runs him back over to third, back over to the pitcher, and they're going to have him out. Garrett was dancing out there, and he got kind of dancing, leaning towards the third base line, and the pitcher turns around, throws it to the second baseman, and they get him picked off. That's going to be the first out of the inning there. So the bases are empty now for Gavin Grotto. Don't believe he's even seen a pitch yet. Actually, he did. That's the second pitch of the bat. Counts 2-0. Next pitch is high for ball 3. Fastball stays up. Outfield shading a little bit to the left side with the wind blowing to the left. That's appropriate. Right field kind of playing a little bit closer to the line, which makes the gap in right center really big here. Infield playing straight up. That pitch is going to be over the outside corner for a strike. Good fastball right over the outside corner. I believe that brings the count to 3-1. I don't operate the scoreboards in this tournament, so the umpire gives the count. Next pitch is down the inside corner, so that's going to run the count full to 3-2. Manny Mitchell waits on deck. Straight down the middle, and he fouls it out the right side out of play. Ooh, and the fans have to really be careful there. That ball went up. It looked like it was going to be behind the stands, and the wind pushes it right back over the. Didn't peg somebody in the head there. Here's the next pitch, and it's going to be ball down and away. That skirts away from the catcher. Gavin runs, sprints down to first. Maybe an opportunity there to take two, but the catcher does a good job getting to that ball before he can go to two. Whenever a ball is popped up and out of play, everybody says heads up, heads up. I actually disagree. I think you should say heads down. Nobody wants to catch a ball with their face. Probably better to catch it with the top of your head than it is right on the nose. Manny Mitchell's going to step in for his second at bat. Manning had a bloop single in his first at bat. Gavin Grotto at first base here. They're going. Not even a chance here. Big, huge jump. Pitcher didn't even look at first once again. Pitcher slaps the ball back in his glove in a little bit of disgust that runner got over there. I think their coaches are also saying, hey, we got to watch that guy. So runner at second now. 1-0's count to Manning. Next pitch is going to be high. It's going to get past the catcher, and that's going to allow Gavin Grotto to advance to third base. That was a fastball high there, right over the top of the catcher. So runner at third base now, only one out in the inning, so Manning's got an opportunity here. Sacrifice fly, single scores a run. That pitch is going to be outside for ball three, so he hasn't seen anything he can even get close to hitting yet. 3-0 is the count. I'd imagine he has the red light. The pitch is right down the middle. Excuse me, green light. Green light if it's right down the middle. Red light anywhere else. That's exactly where it's going to be, right down the middle, so you have the red light. So, with the count 3-1 now, the green light is back on. Anything close? Manning's going to get a base hit here. That's in, and he lofts that to left field. That ball's up, and that ball's going to be gone. Back, and it's out of here. We talked about this, and anything to left field, and if it's up in the air, it's going to be gone, and that's exactly what Manny Mitchell does there. That ball's on the inside part of the plate, and he just brings the barrel around and scoops it and sends it over the left field fence. So good job by Manny. 2-run home run there. This one a little bit more eventful. This one we can cheer for. This one we watched go. And boom, and he goes over to the dugout, jumps up, and elbow slaps Garrett Boschman. So that's going to give us 2 more runs. The Mustangs are up now 6-3. First pitch to Joaquin Butters over the right outside corner for strike 1. And Joaquin's going to lob the ball to the left center gap, and this is going to one off the fence, and it's there and stays inside the park, and Joaquin's rushing to 2. He's going to stand up with a stand-up double. With a good smack ball right there. Really drove that ball to the left center fence. That's going to bring up Cash McCravey here. So with 1 out and the guy at second base, Cash steps in from the right side. His first at bat of the day. First pitch is up for ball 1. So both teams have had a home run in this game now, both to left field. down for ball 2. Cash can get on. Drake Cole waiting on deck. That pitch is over the outside corner for strike 1. 2-1 the count here. That pitch right down the middle and fouled straight back. 66 mile an hour fastball. So nothing real fast here. Almost like batting practice, to be honest with you. 2-2 the count now. Cash wishes to have that pitch back right now. That one's going to be way outside, and that's going to get away from the catcher, and that's going to allow Joaquin to advance to third. So the count's full now. With 1 out and a guy at third now, Cash knows what he's got to do. Something to the outfield. Base hit here, scores a run easy. That ball's going to be down and away, and it gets away from the catcher, scorch all the way to the backstop, and Joaquin's going to come in, score easily. Back throw to the first base, and gets away from the first baseman, and that allows Cash to go to second. He's got a chance to go to third here. He's around second. He's trucking it over to third. Here comes the throw, and it's going to be high and all the way to the fence, and that's going to... Cash had a chance to go to home there, but with the slide there, his helmet comes off, and the ball bounces off the fence. The third baseman gets over there quickly and scoops it up. So he luckily gets back to the bag in time, and the Cash is at third now. So on a walk there, ball squirts away, a run comes in to score, and Cash advances all the way over to third. Bad throw by the catcher there to first base. And then another bad throw by the first baseman to third. 7-3 now the score for the Mustangs. Drake Cole steps in, and the first pitch is a ball off the outside corner. Drake's first at bat of the game here. This next pitch is right down the middle for strike 1. I'd like to see Drake be a little more aggressive on that pitch right there. That pitch is right over the plate. Might not see another one like it. Actually, you do. There it is, right there. The exact same pitch. So he's down on the count now, 1-2. He's going to have to get his bat off his shoulder. Swing the bat here. Oh, yeah. Pitcher tries to quick pitch there. Good job by the umpire by calling time there. Drake had just barely stepped in the batter's box, and that pitch was already going to deliver home. Next pitch is going to be softly grounded to shortstop. Just has a chance to get a run home. Play over at first, but nonetheless, a fielder's choice RBI for Drake there. So run comes in to score. Drake doesn't like it. He's upset with himself, but that brings a run in. He does his job there. That's going to make the score 8-3. Connor Shire is going to step in now with the bases empty. First pitch is high for ball 1. 2 outs now. Connor can find a way to get on base here. Landon free tags on deck. Left field now playing pretty deep. Recognize that. Ball has a chance to get deep. Connor's going to pull this around the left field line, but it's pulled a little too far out of bounds. Foul ball. Right field playing deep. No reason for him to be that deep. He's not going to be in right field today. Infield plays straight up. There's the pitch. It's down for ball 2. Talked about this as the 4th game for these teams. So 4 games set over 4 days or 3 days, pitching might become an issue. That ball is down for ball 3, so 3-1's the count. Not so much for the Mustangs. Lots of pitching on that roster, so a lot of options, and that pitch is going to be down for ball 4. So Connor does his job, gets on base. I would imagine with one pitch here, he'll be standing on second base. Landon Freetag's going to step in for his first at bat of the game. Landon bats from the right side. Landon will be a senior next year. Also a very talented tennis player for the Mustangs. First pitch, he's going to bunt it, and it's right back to the pitcher. Try to catch somebody sleeping there. That bunt could, if it was right down the line, would have been right there, but right back to the pitcher. So that's going to be the third out of the inning, but the Mustangs do plenty of damage there, capped off by a two-run homer by Manny Mitchell's winning 8. Or excuse me, bottom of the third inning. All right, bottom of the third inning here. A couple of defensive substitutions for the Mustangs. Drake Cole comes in to play second base. Connor Shires goes back out to left field. Landon Freetag's now playing center field, and I believe that's Rylan Brown in right field. In at third base is Gavin Gerardo. So the infield is Bryce Cooper at first, Drake Cole at second, Maddox McDonald at short, and Gavin Gerardo at inning of work here. First pitch is way outside for ball 1. Ball was probably gripped a little bit too hard there. Hold that ball like an egg. Don't crush it. Next pitch is a fastball, stays up and in for ball 2. This pitch is going to be hit over to McDonald. He scoops it up, fires over to first. Bryce catches it stretching out, and that's the first out of the inning. They're going to sling it around. Good play by Maddox over there at shortstop. Such a smooth shortstop. Hope he doesn't mind me saying this, but we can call him the McDonald Smoothie. Good play. So smooth out there. He just stays down on the ball and smoothly throws it over to first out of the inning. 1 out. Next pitch is outside. Curveball. Stays down for ball 1. Next pitch is low and away for ball 2. I think get a Casey Loafman there. Connor's dad for going out, finding Manny Mitchell's home run ball. He brings it back and tosses it over to Julie. 1, so 2-1 the count. Big, tall, right-handed hitter here for West Texas Twisters. Next pitch is down. That's hammered to center field. And Landon Freetag takes a couple of steps back, reaches up, and makes the catch. So 2 quick outs in the inning here for Connor Loafman. 2 outs. One of the few left-handed hitters here steps in for the West Texas Twisters, number 4. Infield kind of shift over a little bit. Outfield still plays. That's going to hit him on his leg, and he's going to go to first base. So the runner at first, the big right-handed number 44 comes up to bat. This kid smashed the ball over the fence to left field last time. First pitch he saw was right down the middle, and he hit it over the fence. It'd be important here, maybe Connor, to start him out with a curveball or something off speed here. 2 outs here, the runner at first. First pitch is over the outside corner for strike 1. He says, I can't believe I just watched that pitch. 0-1 to count. Next pitch is in the dirt, and that's going to squirt away to the left on Jared. That's going to allow the runner to advance to second base. Good job by Jared. He slid his legs there good. That ball kind of bounced up, hits him in the top of his shoulder. Kind of ricochets to the left. Tough pitch to handle there. All right, counts 1-1. Next pitch is right down the middle and fouled straight. Counts 1-2 now. Connor might have got away with one right there. That ball looked like it was right down the middle. Runner's going here. Ooh, looks like there's a check swing, and he's going to say nope, he didn't go. That ball was up and in for ball 2. I believe the count's 2-2 now. Runner at third now. Connor didn't look back there on that, so that allowed that runner to advance to third. Oh, and that's going to be a curveball in the inside corner, and he gets him for strike 3. Big strikeout there for the bread man. Wow, that was a great looking pitch. Really had the batter froze. He turns his shoulder. That ball breaks right back over the inside of part of the plate, and he gets him for strike 3 and out 3. So good job by the bread man there, getting the big right-handed hitter that took him over the fence the first time. He comes back and gets him for the strikeout this second time. We go to the top of the 4th inning. The Mustangs in control on this one, 8-3. Maddox McDonald's going to lead us off here in the top of the 4th inning. So the top of the order here for the Mustangs. They're up 8-3 in this game. New catcher for the West Texas Twisters. Let's see how his arm is. The first pitch is right down the middle for strike 1. Maddox behind on that pitch. He wasn't ready for that one. Sneaks a fastball by him. Doesn't usually happen with Maddox. That one's going to be lined right back up the middle, and that's really good to see Maddox. Is in a little bit of a mini slump there, so really good to see him rifle that ball right back up the middle. He snuck one by him on the first pitch, but he didn't get the second one. So with runner at first, Ryland Jepcott steps in from the left side. no outs. I would imagine Maddox is going to be going here from some sort. New catcher in the game for West Texas, so big kid. He's gone. We're going to test his arm. Good throw, but Maddox is there early. Good jump by Maddox, and he needed it because that was a good throw. That was a ball. A little bit of a hard pitch for him. It was down and in. So the catcher had to kind of reach across his body to catch that ball and throw it. So, but a runner at second base, no outs. Count 1-0. Here's the next one, and he turns the square to bunt. He pulls it back for ball 2. Mustangs are up 8-3 in this game, but still trying to generate some runs here. 2-0 is the count. Got second. Yeah, he's going to call a balk here, and that was definitely a balk. No stop. Never came set on that pitch there, so that's a definite balk. So that allows Maddox to go to third, and that allows Jeffcock to step in there and swing away now. So the guy at third, no outs. He's got a job to do. That's going to be inside. Oh, he's going to call that a strike on the inside corner. Jeffcock hugs the plate. He puts his toes right on the line. And his front elbow actually drags right across the inside of the plate there. So that pitch was right there on the inside of the plate for a strike. And that's going to be the same pitch. And this time Jeffy says, hey, I'm not going to let you call that one a strike on me. And he fouls it over here to the right side. So the count is full now. It's a full count now. Umpire says, hey, get back in the dugout. He's real picky about being inside the dugout. Different umpires are different. Some of them will let it kind of stand outside the dugout a little bit, but this one says everybody's got to be inside. Full count now to Jeffy. Just toes that line again. This to center field. That's going to be deep enough. This is going to score a run. Catch infield or center field takes the catch, but plenty of distance to allow Maddox to come in and score. So good job there by Jeffy figuring out a way to score that run. And they're going to apply the appeal to third base, saying that Maddox left early, but there was actually no reason. There's no reason. So their coach tried to appeal that Maddox left early at third. They throw it over the appeal. The umpire said no, he's safe. The coach barks a little bit. The umpire says, hey, that's enough. Hey, if you want to argue, I let you have your appeal, and this is going to be rifled to second base. So first pitch over to Garrett off the outside of the plate. It was a curveball. He tries to go the opposite field with it, but right to the second baseman for the second out of the inning. Excuse me, only the first out of the inning. No, that's second out. Sorry. Second out. Umpire and the coach really going at it there for a little bit. Umpire was saying, hey, I let you have your appeal, and you didn't win there. Gavin Guerrero steps in for his third at bat of the game. Bases, and this is going to be lofted to center field. This has a chance to fall. Nope, it's going to come down. The center fielder comes over and makes the play. So that's the third out of the inning, but we do score one run in the inning, making the score 9-3 now. Mustangs way in control of this game. The Breadman coming out to do his work again. We go to the the bottom of the fourth inning. Mustangs ahead 9-3. All right, we go to the bottom of the fourth inning here. Mustangs way in control at 9-3. Connor Loafman continues on the mound. He's been in control all day long today. Defensively for the Mustangs, few substitutions. Joaquin Potter comes in to play first base. Drake Cole's at second, Matt McDonald at short, and Gavin Grotto at third. In left field is Cash McCravey. Center field, Landon Freetag, and in right field, Ryland Brown. Behind the plate, Jared Behill. Connor Loafman staying in there, doing a good job so far. First pitch is a fastball, stays up and in for ball one. I gotta tell you, this umpire, I gotta appreciate him. I appreciate his professionalism. I know some of the kids and coaches probably don't like his style, but I do. He's very authoritative. He lets them know exactly what he's saying. That ball's going to be out of bounds and back to the stands here right next to us. Julie Mitchell is scared and jumping around, and the ball lands right next to her. Next pitch is a curveball, stays up for ball two. Infield playing straight up, outfield straight up now also. Next pitch is up and in. Chin music right there. Batter just barely dips away, avoiding the ball hitting him right on his chin. Some people call that a setup pitch, but with only one strike, I doubt that's a setup pitch. Batter takes a couple of extra seconds there, kind of shake that one off a little bit. Next pitch is right down the middle and fouled straight back. So it counts 2-2. We've seen this happen before. People coming out of each dugout, running to chase and fight for the ball. And in this situation, a youngster from the shallow water dugout beats him to the ball. Next pitch is fouled straight back. Fastball right down the middle. Connor maybe got away with one right there. I like that he challenges him there. I just don't like to see it right down the middle of the plate. He's going to try a curveball, but it's going to hang outside, but go behind the batter and go all the way to the backstop. So that's going to be ball four, and he's going to walk the leadoff batter. We've talked about this on the broadcast before. Don't like to see leadoff walks. Leadoff walks have a tendency to come around and score. This Texas team, but they got some big kids on their team. First pitch is up, fastball. Ball one. Let's see if we can get some speeds on this pitch. Connor seems to be really whipping it in there right now. That one's down. Bounces in 74 miles an hour. Talked about next year pitching for the shallow water. Coach Parrish has got to be really excited about this team. He's got plenty of pitchers, plenty of defensive players, and plenty of hitters on the team. A lot of kids that can play multiple positions also. Runner goes. 72 miles an hour fastball on the outside part. He doesn't get the strike call, and that gets past Jared, so the runner advances to second. Coach Jeffcott's going to come out, and he wants to talk to his pitcher here. Maybe saying, hey, we're up in the game here. No reason to hear you. Let's just get outs. We just need to get outs. Coach Jeffcott went out there just to tell by the coach to go out and make a visit there. He's behind the count, 2-0 here. I have a feeling this coach is probably going to get thrown out here. Coach, I don't understand what's going on there. when this coach is going to be thrown out. And Connor Loafman, it looks like he licked his fingers and then went to. Warning the coach now that if he doesn't get in his box, he will be thrown out of the game. I have a feeling that this is usually what happens. Kind of a coaching umpire disagreement here is all. Usually the coaches are allowed to not stand in the box. Usually they can, go where they want to go as long as the ball hits them and they're not in the box. Then of course that could be ruled interference. But next pitch is low and that's going to be ball 4. Personally, I kind of disagree with both sides here. One, that's going to bring Coach Chepcott out. He's going to make a pitching change. So going back to this coach and umpire thing, I kind of disagree with both sides. I believe the coach should be able to go over and talk to the dugout if he wants to, and I believe the umpire has the right to say, I want you in your box. He's in control of the game. And the coach here has to say, hey, look, you're the umpire, and that's what you want me to do, that's what I'll do. Where I disagree with it is that it's allowed in some other games for the coaches to wander over to the other opposing dugout. Sometimes they're just friendly conversation. Maybe they know each other. Maybe they've coached against each other. Maybe they've coached with each other. But this umpire is very formal, and that coach needs to understand that he's in control, and he needs to respect that he's not going to allow anything slide. So Connor Loafman finishes his day. Connor did a good job today. Some really good strikeouts and some good pitching up there. Garrett Boschman is going to come in to pitch for the Mustangs. The umpire goes out there and has a few words with Boschman. I have a feeling this umpire's got it out for that coach on the first baseline. Keeps staring him down, and I disagree with this. I'm sorry, if you're an umpire, you don't need to be instigating a situation. You need de-escalating the situation. He seems to be escalating the situation. Boschman's going to come in and take some warm-up pitches here. We'll take a quick break while he warms up. Mustangs in control, 9-3. So Garrett Boschman comes in to pitch for the Shallwater Mustangs here. Garrett, tall right-hander there on the mound. Gonna pitch to Mr. Sawyer. We played baseball with Sawyer. Sawyer from Farwell, Texas. First pitch is a curveball right over the outside corner for strike 1. What confidence when you come into the game and you can throw your first pitch for a curveball strike 1 over the outside corner. That's going to keep that batter off balance all day long. So runners at first and second. This is close, and we've got both umpires signaling safe. So good steal by the runner there over to third. Good throw by Jerry down. That was a close play. So 1-1's the count. I believe there's no outs here. First and third is the situation here. So Jared Beal comes out and signals what he wants to do. 9-3 game. He does have an opportunity to throw down to second here if he wants to. Thinks he's got a shot. Runner fakes it, and then Sawyer lines that one right over the second baseman into the right field. That's going to bring a run in to score. Guy from first goes to third. Here's the throw, and they've got him out at third by a mile. Easy play there. So great play there by Rylan Brown. He fires it over to Maddox McDonald at shortstop, and Maddox throws it over to Gavin at third for the easy tag out at third base. So good hit by Sawyer there, driving in a run, but excellent play by Rylan Brown and Maddox McDonald, and Gavin Corrado getting that lead runner at third. So a run comes in to score. That'll make the score 9-4 now. There's only one out. Run at first. First pitch is up and in for ball one, fastball. Second, right down, fastball up, and the batter actually goes up and gets it and drives it between the hole between short and third. So now runners at first and second with one out. That ball was definitely a ball up, but the hitter went up there and got it and drove it right between second and short. Good hit. This batter stands here for West Texas, right-handed hitter. Purple gloves, beautiful purple gloves with pink lightning bolts on them. First pitch is that curveball. Garrett Boschman's really got control of that curveball right now. That thing comes kind of middle plate, breaks right over the outside corner for strike one. Beautiful looking pitch. Next pitch is the same pitch, and that's going to be skied to the pitcher's mound. Garrett Boschman says, "I've got it," and he does, and that's going to be the second out of the inning. So 2 outs now. Runners at first. His eyes there because he's looking straight up and enough to make the play there. Clouds are kind of partly cloudy day. Every once in a while we get a cloud that covers the sun, but that sun is intense. Kind of glad we got this morning game right now. This afternoon, gonna be hot. First pitch is that curveball. Garrett kind of drops down in a sidearm motion on that one. That one's gonna be outside for ball one. Big right-handed hitter here for West Texas. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Next pitch is going to be a fastball. It's a little bit low, looked good to me, but umpire, like we talked about, has a tight strike zone. Very small box that he has. That's going to be in, and the batter awards Garrett swinging at it, fouls it off. That's going to be a strike. So 2-2 the count now. This umpire kind of reminds me like almost like a college umpire, or maybe even a former MLB umpire, or maybe he's auditioning to become one. There's that curveball, and it's going to be softly grounded over to Drake. Drake reaches down and grabs it, but when he comes up with the ball, he kicks it to the left side. So he actually makes the play with his glove there, but as he's coming up, the ball, his foot kind of kicks his glove and knocks the ball out of his glove, squirts out to his left side there. He fires it over to first, but not in time. No damage done still. 1 run did come in, but nothing here. So the bases are loaded. Nowhere to put anybody. We only need one out, so any bag works here. First pitch is over the outside corner for strike one. It actually looked like it was outside to me, but breaks enough over the outside portion of the plate for strike one. As we're going to see here. Yep, that's exactly what it is. 64 miles an hour on that curveball. This time breaks a little too far off the plate for ball one. 1-0 the count. Next pitch is down and in, 74 mile an hour fastball. Misses the inside corner for ball two, so 2-1. I thought was the count for that. I just showed it as 3-0. 3-1, he says now. 3-1. That's going to be right up the middle, and that's going to be softly lined right up the middle. That's going to bring a run in to score, and they're going to hold it at second. Then Free Tech comes up and fires to home. It's offline, but they hold their runner at third. So a run does come in to score here. So they've scored 2 now in this inning, making the score 9-5. Mustangs trying to work out of a situation here. Bases are loaded. There's 2 outs. We just need 1 out to get out of this inning. Big, tall, redhead kid steps in for West Texas. Tall, lengthy kid. 6'3", 6'4". And he's going to rip this ball down the left field line and just misses fair by about 2 feet. That ball was really ripped down the line. It had a chance, but it falls foul, thank goodness. That's going to be strike one. Take a minute here for the runners to reset. They were all going on contact, 2 outs. This poor kid is so tall and outgrowing his pants. High waters on. Maybe that's a new style. Good curveball by Garrett there. 58 miles an hour. I mean, the batter saw it. It was so pulls it foul to the left side. So he's up in the count now. 0-2. He can do anything here. I'd like to see something out of the zone. Maybe up and in. Elevate fastball here. And he's got a fastball, 76, and that was exactly what I called for, up and in. Good fastball there. That kind of freezes the batter. That's a setup pitch. Umpire says, hey, the batter's got to be looking at you before you come set. I like that. No quick pitches here with him. Batter steps in and stares at Boschma. Boschma looks at the batter, and here's the pitch. And that's going to be a curveball, and that's going to be lofted to the left field side. This has got a chance. Gavin's got a chance, and he makes the play over right next to the dugout. Good job by Gavin Grotto getting the third out of the inning there, and the damage is done. They do score 2 in that inning, so we go to the top of the 5th inning. The Mustangs ahead, 9-5. Top of the fifth inning here for the Mustangs. Manny Mitchell's going to lead us off. Manny had a 2-run homer his last time up to bat. No part of the plate. He just kind of strokes it over the left field fence. Mustangs up 9-5. New pitcher for West Texas Twisters in the game. Left-handed pitcher. Ooh, sidearm a little bit, and that's going to be low and away for ball one. And the umpire doesn't like something with this guy. He's got a wristband on his left hand, just above the glove, a white wristband. Pitcher, you can't wear anything that resembles the ball in your arms. No white sleeves, no white wristbands. Some umpires will not even let you have any kind of a light-colored glove. My son was pitching one time, and he actually had to change glove because the umpire did not like the color of his glove. So 1-0 the count. Manny Mitchell. Here's the pitch, and it's going to bounce in for ball two. This pitcher seems to have some control issues here. Wind is really gusty out there. I imagine it's a little hard to even keep your balance on the mound right now. I'd say the wind gusts probably over 20 miles an hour. That's a good, looks like a sidearm cutter. It's coming in, looks like an outside ball, and it cuts back over the plate. That was definitely a strike. It did cut back over the plate, so 2-1 now, and that's going to be down and in for ball three. Nothing. Manning hasn't seen anything he can hit here. Umpire telling the dugout, don't talk to their pitcher. Please don't say anything to their pitcher. You know, these kids have played and they know each other. I'm sure that there's some camaraderie out there. He's just a very technical umpire. That's a cutter pitch, and it stays outside. Good job by Manning there, waiting for the umpire to make his call to first base. That's going to bring up Joaquin Pata. Joaquin had a great hit to the left center gap last time, stand-up double. So he's going to stand in there right now. No outs, and runner at first. Manny Mitchell at first. We've talked about Manning's base running skills. Pitcher's going to request a new ball. But I imagine after one pitch here, Manny Mitchell will be standing at second base. Might see one pickoff move here to first just to make sure that they know Manning's going. There's no doubt that they can't know the pickoff move. You could almost see that coming. You knew it was coming. Had to come. They're going to walk him back. But nonetheless, I don't think it's going to matter whether it's going to change Manning's mind whether he's going to second or not. He's gone. Big jump, and the throw down is going to be to the inside. Throw a little bit off target to the right side of the field, and Manny Mitchell slides in safe, standing on second base now. No outs. I believe a 2-0 count to Joaquin. 2-1. I don't even know how that 2-1. That's only one pitch. So now it's 1-1. I guess he called that first pitch a strike. I think he's got his counter wrong, and he's looking at his counter trying to figure it out. I want to say this is 2-0, but I believe it's 1-1. That pitch just off the outside corner. I'm right behind the plate, and you're set up right behind the plate. That looked like it was right on that outside corner. 2-1 now, he calls it. I think the pitcher got robbed on that one. That ball is going to stay up for ball three. 2-2 the count. Manny Mitchell. 2-2 the count. 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 2-2 the count He has been consistent on that. He has not called that ball up all day long. Anything, I'd say probably 2 inches above your belly button above, it's not going to be called a strike. Manning goes to third, and Joaquin swings and fouls. Manning had that base stolen. That was a tough swing for Joaquin. He's been nursing a sore elbow, a sore arm. Kind of tell that one kind of hurt just a little bit. That was a defensive swing. He was trying to protect that ball from hitting him. So 2-2 the count. Manning's at second. Let's see if he's going here. He's not, and that ball's going to stay up. Actually, it's full count. So that Joaquin's going to draw a walk. That's going to put runners at first and second for Bryce Cooper. Bryce Cooper had a single the last time up to bat, an RBI single, driving in a run, and that's going to bring the coach out. He's going to call time. He wants to talk to his pitcher here. Let's see if he's going to make a change or not. Yes, he is. He's going to make a change, and he's going to bring in the right fielder to pitch. So we'll take a quick break here. Actually, the second baseman's going to come in to pitch. We'll take a break while we wait for this pitcher to warm up. All right, warm-up pitches are done. The second baseman comes in to pitch for the West Texas Twisters. Bryce Cooper's going to be up to bat here with one out. First pitch is inside for ball one. Not a real fast pitcher here, so gonna have to be patient. Good opportunity here to rip one down the left field line. Bryce trying to get the signals here. Maybe a double steal coming. Next pitch is low and away for ball two. Back pick, and Manny Mitchell recognizes that that is a mistake by the catcher. And he's going to come all the way around to score. That is a mistake by the catcher right there. So Manning was far enough off the base, that when as soon as that throw was thrown, he broke all the way to third. And of course, middle infield misses the ball, goes to the center field, and allows Manning to come all the way and score. So that was a mistake. Joaquin Parra advances from first to second base. So the runner at second here now for Bryce, up in the count 2-0. That's a no pitch because he said that, actually they call it a balk. It's a balk, so that's a no pitch. So runner advances to third now with no outs. Bryce got a runner at third. He knows what he's got to do now. So 2-0 will remain the count. Pitcher did not stop. He did not come set. He's going to go to wind up now. That's going to be a strike over the outside corner for strike one. 2-1's count now. Umpire asks the coach to go inside the dugout. He's been fair on that. He's asked both sides to do the same. Next pitch is going to be fouled straight back. Come on. Go down. Stay low. 2-2 the count now to Bryce. Got a runner at third. No outs. And he's going to hit the curveball right back to the pitcher. He's going to fire it over to third. So nothing be able to. Joaquin can't comes in. That was a sharply hit ball right back to the pitcher. The pitcher stabs the ball, makes the catch, throws it over to first. So that's going to be the first out of the inning. Jared Beale's going to step in to bat now, the second at bat of the game. He's got a runner at third, less than 2 outs here. Something into the outfield. Infield chooses to play back. And this is going to be skied. It's going to be left field. It's short. It's short, and they're going to make the catch. And I think that's only 2 outs. I believe that is only 2 outs. It is only 2 outs. It is only 2 outs, and so they're going to be 3 outs now. That is the third out of the inning. Coach Jepcott got a little bit confused on that. There's only 2 outs, and now that's 3 outs now. So, thinking that there was 2 outs, Coach Jepcott sent Joaquin home, and the left fielder makes the catch in the air. That should have been a tag, so that's a little bit of a mistake. Hope that doesn't come back to burn us in this game, because that should have been a score there. That ball was hit far enough, I believe, into left field that he had a chance to score on it. So, kind of a base running mistake there by the Mustangs, but nonetheless, we do score 1 run, so Mitchell came in to score, so the score makes the score 10-5. We'll go to the Alright, bottom of the fifth inning here. Garrett Boschman still on the mound for the Mustangs. In at catcher, Bryce Cooper comes in to catch. Left-handed batter here for West Texas. The first pitch is a changeup for strike one. Beautiful looking changeup there by Garrett Boschman. Ball comes in at the knees, breaks down into the dirt. Good looking changeup. Let's see if he doesn't blow a fastball by him here now. He's going to dip down for a sidearm. Trying to be a little too fancy there. That ball comes in and hits the batter right on his leg. He's going to trot down to first. No need for that. Guess we're up 9-5 in the game. Or if you want to in a game time situation. So in steps the big right-handed batter for West Texas. He had a home run in his first at bat. Struck out on his second at bat. Purple gloves, white bat. First pitch is on the outside corner and foul to the right side into the screen for strike one. Beautiful facilities here once again at Clyde High School. Big tall backstop here kind of protects the fans in the stands. Only thing they need is shade over top of these stands. That sun does bear in and it is hot. Good looking field though. Nice curveball by Garrett. This is fall off to the right-hand side, and it's going to hit the net and come down foul. Good hustle by Joaquin and Bryce getting over there to make that play. The wind could have a chance to bring that ball back into play. If it did, they were both right there ready to make the play. All green infield here. The base paths are brown dirt. Not dirt, but they're turf. Brown dirt. Turf. And the outfield is striped. Dark green, light green. Big C in the middle of center field. There's going to be a curveball, and that's going to be hammered into the hole. Maddox makes the play. He goes over and makes the play in the hole, but in doing so loses his footing, slips down into his buttocks, and can't get up in time to make it. First and second with no outs. The right-handed batter stands in here for West Texas. Takes the bat handle, draws something on the turf. Stands in there from the right-hand side. First pitch by Garrett's off to the outside, way outside of Bryce's foot, and bounces off to the right. That's going to allow runners to advance to second and third. Boschman just needs to focus in on throwing strikes here. Kind of drop down to that sidearm a little bit there again. That ball is way outside. So he's down to the count 1-0. Next ball is a fastball right down the middle, and that's rifled to right field. Rylan Brown comes up and makes the play. Rylan Jeffcott fumbles the ball a couple of times. They had a chance to maybe score another run there for West Texas, but they hold the runner up at third. It would have been a close play at the plate with Rylan kind of jumbling the ball there, maybe a chance to score. But good single there to the right-hand side of the field, so that allows a run to come in to score. Makes the score 10-6 now. Still some work to do. No outs in this inning so far. Runners at first and third. Not a big lead at first. Now he's going. Bryce is going to throw through right back to the pitcher, and we're going to have nobody going. Didn't think that they were going to do anything there with being down 10-6 and no outs. No reason to sacrifice an out here. They need base runners. They need runs. This is going to be a fastball down. It's going to be skied to the center field. Center fielder comes over and makes the play, but it's deep enough to bring in a run. Can't tell who that is at center field. I believe it's Rylan Brown. I think it is Rylan Brown. He takes a few steps to his right, makes the catch, but it's deep enough to allow a run to come in. So that's going to make the score 10-7 now. 1 out. Got a runner at second. Sawyer's going to step in to bat for West Texas. Sawyer had a single in his first at bat. Takes a strike over the inside corner for strike one. That's going to be on the inside corner again, swinging strike two. Shout out to Sawyer's mom, Jamie. Jamie is state trooper for the state of Texas out in West Texas. Thank you, Jamie, for your service and all the things you do to keep us protected out there. If you get pulled over by her, tell her Jared Cooper is somebody you know, and maybe she'll let you off. I hope she does. Next pitch is a ball way outside, gets past Bryce and allows that runner to move to third. So we got a runner at third now and one out. Scored 10-7. We're in the bottom of the fifth inning here, getting close to minutes. So I'd imagine maybe this might be the last at bat. Next pitch looks to be stayed down just a little bit. That was a real close. Bryce freezes that pitch for a couple of seconds, allowing the umpire to make that call, but he doesn't. 2-2, I believe, count now. Next pitch is going to be also down. This one a little bit lower, so no doubt. Definitely down. So that's going to be, he's saying 2-2 now, but it's actually 3-2. That pitch is going to be right off the outside corner for ball four. And that's going to put a runner at first. That's going to, Coach Jeff comes out and says, hey Bryce, where is that pitch? And he said it's outside. It was outside. So runners at first and second now. They've scored 10-7. The tying score comes to the plate. Not something you want to see with only one out here. West Texas threatening. Good guy at third. They got a guy at first. One out. Right-handed hitter steps in. Ooh, and that's going to hit him right on his head. Fastball right in on the head. Looks to be okay. He looks to be okay. They're going to check him. They're going to ask him if he's all right. Both shallow water coaches come out and want to make sure the hitter's okay. Nobody wants to see anybody get hurt there, but that's what those helmets are intended to do, and it does a good job of protecting them there. Garrett Boschman leans down. He's going to tighten his tosses the ball back to Garrett. Coach Jepcott's going to call time here. He wants to talk to his big right-hander. Take a quick break here while the coaches meet up at the middle and talk to Garrett. Try to calm him down here. Good job by the coach, because sometimes these can affect the pitchers. Nobody wants to see anybody get plunked in the head. Take the opportunity here to reset. Hopefully get out of this inning. The bases are going to be loaded with only one out. Mustangs only up 10-7, so the leading scorer will come to the plate. All right, the meeting on the mound is done. Mustangs are going to play in on the infield on the corners, and they're going to play deep in the middle. They're going to try to throw two in the middle. Anything sharply hit on the outside is going to be thrown straight home. First pitch is down in the dirt, gets stopped by Bryce there. Nice ball gets by him, and a run's going to come in to score. Nowhere to put this runner, so Garrett's got to bury in here. Throw strikes, let his defense go to work. And that's a pitch right down the middle, and it's going to be skied to left. Bounds. They've got a splash zone here, a splash park. Splashes right into the splash zone. It's likely a wet ball. Might have to dry that one off. 1-1 to count. Next pitch is a curveball. Breaks just off the outside portion of the plate, so that's a ball two. 2-1 to count now. Next pitch is a fastball, and it's hammered to left field. That's going to drive the left fielder back. We got a tag coming in. No play at home here. That was deeply hit. Good job by Connor Shires getting over there to make that play. Catches the ball and throws it in, but there was no chance of getting anybody there at home. But it does hold the runners at second and third, exactly what you want to do. It's deep enough hit that he's not going to have a play at home there, but he does do a good job getting it in and holding the runners at first and second. So a run does come in the score. That'll make the score 10-8 with 2 outs. Now Mustangs need 1 out to get out of this inning. First pitch is a fastball right over the outside corner. Once again, I show 2 hours and 13 minutes. Now, we started the broadcast about 15 minutes early, so we're approaching 2 hours in this game. Next pitch is a curveball, drifts outside for ball 1. So 1-1 the count. Right-handed hitter here for West Texas. Got runners at first and second. No threats, big threats to steal for them. Next pitch is going to be fastball. Just misses the inside corner for a strike. That's going to draw the count to 3-1. 2-1, excuse me. Wind gusting right now. Ooh, and that's a good pitch, but it's going to stay up for ball 3. So 3-1 the count now. With the score 10-8, I want to try to keep runners where they're at. We don't want to put 2 runners in scoring position with a chance to tie the game. This is going to be Rins over the inside corner for strike 2. So the count goes to full 3-2 here now. With 2 outs and full count, the runners will be moving on this pitch. Important for the infield to recognize they will be running, so plays it first. And the curveball is going to go outside for ball 4. Try to curveball there. That ball slides off the plate to the outside for ball 4. Garrett looks into the dugout wondering, what are we going to do here? Coaches are, hey, Garrett, you got this. We got 2 outs. We got bases loaded. We just need to get 1 out here. Right-handed hitter for West Texas. First pitch is lined to left field. That's going to have a chance to bring in 2 runs in. Chance for tie the score here. There's going to be a play at the plate. Oh, and Bryce goes to make the tag, and the ball squirts off of his glove. 2 runs come in to score. Both base runners advance to second and third, and the game's going to be tied now 10-10. Not what we wanted to see there. Unfortunate there. The walks are hurting us in this inning. Good timely hits by West Texas allow them to get back in this game, and this game is now tied 10-10. Coach Jeff Clutt's going to come out. It's called time. He's going to make his second mound visit. That'll bring in a new pitcher. We'll take a break here, come back with a new pitcher. going to enter the game here in a sticky situation. We got 2 outs. We got runners at second and third. Try and get an out here to extend this game. I show that time has run out, so if they score a run here, this could be the game. Trying to score a run here. Or excuse me, hold the run from scoring. Not trying to score. First pitch is a swinging strike one. Next pitch is just off the outside corner for ball one. Next pitch is going to be grounded to third. Gavin comes up with the ball, fires over to first, and Joaquin stretches out and makes the play. That's the third out of the inning. That's going to hold the score at 10-10, and I think that's going to be ball game. You have to wonder, man, the mistake in the top of the inning when there was only 1 out, and the ball was hit to left field with Joaquin on third for the third out. That could have been the difference in the score there. 10-10 the score, so the Mustangs go 1-2-1 in this tournament. There was some highlights, of course, the home runs by Garrett Boschma and Manning Mitchell. Some good pitching performance by Rylan Brown and also Connor Loafman. Some good getting out of some hard situations by Gavin Garrodo when he came in. But we got some things to clean up. Some things did a little better. We need to hit the curveball a little bit better and a little more awareness on the base pass. But it's been fun calling this game. We have another tournament next week. It'll be in Lubbock. So until Thursday, the first game, do you remember the first time? 1:30 and 6:30 on Thursday. We'll be in Plainview. So until then, this is Jared Cooper with Summer Mustang Baseball signing off, and have a great Sunday.